my memory I will always see. Charlestown that I have loved so well, where we played half-ball by the old Wiggy's wall, watched movies at the Hippie under the elm, tropping home.
Hi, I'm Kathy Cookie Giordano, and welcome. It's a new year on Charlestown and Beyond. Welcome to 2019. I'm planning for a great year full of wonderful guests who will be presenting their unique stories of years past and years ahead. I'm excited for the future of the show and hope you'll be joining me along the way. Let's start with my friend Eddie Lone, who is preparing some very interesting productions. Let's go right to him. Here's Eddie.
Hello everyone, this is Eddie Lone. I wanted to remind everybody that the 2019 season of Charlestown and Beyond is underway, and I'm very excited about that. I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you to the host of the show, Cookie Giordano, for all her hard work and getting this show together and getting it out there twice a month. I also wanted to say thank you to all the folks at BNN TV, the people in the studio, the people behind the cameras. They're a very unique bunch of people and very talented, and they get this show, Charlestown and Beyond, out there, but also many other quality programming. So I wanted to say thank you to BNN TV. And what I'd like to talk about today is some of the things that I'll be doing with Charlestown and Beyond in 2019. So my thing is history, so I'm going to continue exploring Charlestown's amazing past and its history. So at least two shows that I'm looking at for 2019, we're going to visit first USS Constitution, and we're going to do a day in the life, and we're going to spend a day on USS Constitution to see how the men actually lived, fought, and died on that vessel. So this is something I'm very excited about, and it's going to be a great show. And next we're going to visit the Phipps Street Burial Ground here in Charlestown. And I'm going to take you for a journey through the cemetery, and we're going to find out about some of the founding families of Charlestown who rest there today, and some of the people that made great contributions to Charlestown and American history in general. So I'm very excited about these two shows and many more, I hope. So I hope you'll join me, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Eddie. Gee, that sounds great. I can't wait to see these shows. Eddie puts so much work into them. They're fantastic. And also coming back for another show is Abby Gray and her partner Megan Buteau of Cooking with Abby and Travel with Abby and Megan, a boutique tour company. They're going to promote a romantic trip through Bordeaux, featuring recipes from the most popular wine regions in the world. That show will be appearing on February 7th. And I'm so happy to announce that one of Charlestown's premier photographers, Paul Lane, and I really mean premier, will return with a special presentation of his renowned photos on Charlestown and Beyond. Paul will be here with me on February 21st. I can't wait. And in recent conversations, I've also got a commitment from Jack and Marie Alves to appear in the spring. As many of you know, they are true historians of the town, from its founding in 1628 up to the current events. Remember last year when I reminded you, speaking of Charlestown, that the founding took place 400 years ago, the anniversary being marked in 2028. Well, I told you then we had 10 years. Well, a year has gone by since then. See how fast time goes? So I was thinking, if you're my age or older, you must have many memories of growing up and coming of age in Charlestown that are unique to you. If you don't share these memories, you're not going to preserve them for the future generations to know about. They're never going to know about the sugar houses or, the sugar cone factory, and they're going to be scratching their heads saying, what? No record has ever been written down on what took place in Charlestown during the 20th century. What was it like for you to be from Charlestown? How many children were in your family? Remember the days when it wasn't uncommon for families to have 8 to 12 children? What about your school days? Is your grammar school still here? If not, shouldn't it be remembered for how special it was to you? How about the boys' club, the girls' club, the Saturday night dances, the gang on the corner, the sugar houses, the docks, the Navy Yard, the Y, Chelsea Street, all the shops on Main and Bunker Hill Streets? I could go on, and I bet I've made you think of so many more, didn't I? How about writing them down? How about sharing them with others? If you grew up in Charlestown during the 70s, 80s, and 90s, these too should be recorded these years for the future. All these memories should be captured and shared before they are forgotten and lost forever. To do this spring, I hope to gather a lot of you together to capture these forgotten years. It might be by meeting over a cup of coffee, or through the use of the internet, or any other way of communication that might come about by then. Keep watch on how this will happen. In other words, stay tuned. Write down what you remember. Let's look at what's happening now in Charlestown. There's so much going on in the town. Let's talk about it. I received an update from the State Department of Transportation on what's taking place in City Square, especially on the Charlestown Bridge. Here's what they said. MassDOT will be removing the median on the harbor side of the center lane and continue to protect electrical lines and utilities. On the other side of the bridge, on the Charles River edge, they will start demolishing the sidewalk and adjacent Harbor Walk underpass. And they're going to be using barges with mounted cranes on them. And they'll also put other equipment there, and this will be stationed in the water under the bridge. And they say that the work hours will be daytime on weekdays from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Travel impacts will run from January 28th through February 1st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. All inbound traffic will be reduced to one lane. Inbound, that's from Charlestown into the North End. Work on the utilities will take place weekdays from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and on Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you want to get updates on the bridge reconstruction, call Quinlan Locke, Mayor Walsh's Charlestown liaison, at 617-635-3549. I'll say that again, 617-635-3549. I'm suggesting that you watch for signs, police details, especially delays and many headaches as you drive through City Square for the foreseeable future. You know, I have 3 victories for the hometown to tell you about. You know how I've been saying that the bridge going from City Square to Keenan Square in the North End should be named what it really is, the Charlestown Bridge. And the note I got from Massport, they referred to the bridge that travels from Charlestown to the north end as the Charlestown Bridge. That's the first. They always call it the North Washington Street Bridge, so that's one victory. On a recent news story on Channel 7 about the fire at the Charlestown Marina, they referred to the bridge next to the marina as, drum roll, the Charlestown Bridge. Now this follows Channel 5 always referring to the bridge as the Charlestown Bridge during their traffic reports, as well as including the full name of the grandiose Zakim Bunker Hill Memorial Bridge. Thank you, Channel 5. Thank you, Channel 7. And I'm glad you're finally taking note, Massport. I know if you caught it, I don't know if you caught it, but when the Mia Walsh appeared on the recent show, he even called the bridge the Charlestown Bridge. They're listening to us. Keep up the good work. Whenever you mention the bridge, say the Charlestown Bridge. Forget that it ever was called by any other name. Let me remind you that this bridge was built in the late 1700s by the town of Charlestown as part of the rebuilding of the town after it was leveled by fire by the British after the Battle of Bunker Hill. It was named then the Charlestown Bridge and remained that way up to this day. Why it ever became the North Washington Street Bridge is a mystery with many assumptions. There is no record in any historic document of it ever being changed to another name. Now that the bridge is being reconstructed, a reliable source stated that the city intends to rename it after a resident from another neighborhood, mind you. I ask you to join me in protesting this. Call your friends, your neighbors, contact your elected officials. Tell them to keep the name of the bridge in honor of the people who built it, Charlestown. We got to make them hear us on this and so many other things. Here's a question for you. What's one reason why people don't ever get financially ahead? What's one reason? It's because they don't know how to handle their money. Simple. If you find yourself in this boat, the Cambridge Savings Bank and Charlestown Resident Alliance are offering a free 4-session financial education program. It's starting on January 28th and will run through February 25th. The course will take place at 55 Bunker Hill Street on Mondays from 6 to 8 p.m. To enroll or get more information, call Jennifer Edward at 857-417-9256. I'll repeat that, 857-417-9256. Or drop in at the Cambridge Savings Bank in Thompson Square and ask them. You know, every week, I don't know if you notice it at the end of this show, I dedicate this show, Charlestown and Beyond, to the Harvest on Vine Food Pantry. I became a volunteer there a couple of years ago and became amazed at the good they do and the volume of food they distribute each month to over 700 Charlestown families. They're all from Charlestown. You know, I was asked once by a good friend if some of the people who came for food are ones who are looking to get something for nothing. If there is such a person, and I honestly don't believe that there is a single one, they are treated the same as anyone else, with acceptance, kindness, and a smile and a handshake. There aren't any freeloaders down there. These people need the food. The volunteers are the nicest people I've ever worked with, and I've served on many committees, organizations, political campaigns, and social associations. These volunteers come from every walk of life in Charlestown, and they come only to serve, never to be served. I'm saying all this because I hope that you'll find it in your heart to support the food pantry. There is always a need for non-perishable food and financial donations. All food donations can be dropped off at the food pantry at 49 Vine Street. That's located in the basement of the former St. Catherine's Church, the rectory there, in Hayes Square. You can also drop it off at the Charlestown Co-op Bank at 201 Main Street, and or at the Parish Center at 46 Winthrop Street, across from the training field. If it's more convenient for you, you can also send a check to Harvest on Vine, 46 Winthrop Street, Charlestown, 02129. Thank you. This afternoon, it has been confirmed, something the food pantry has been trying to do for a few weeks. The Harvest on the Vine will be able to assist the National Park Service and all government employees who live or work in Charlestown and are victims of the government shutdown. After weeks of working with the National Park Service, we were finally able to set a date and time, and that is going to be on Monday, January 28th. That's this coming Monday at 2 p.m. We're trying to reach out to as many of these employees as possible and would really appreciate your help in any way that you can to reach them and to tell them to come. We will have paper goods, we will have milk, a chicken, fresh vegetables, canned goods, what else? You name it. You know, we want to help them out. They haven't been paid now. They just went into their second month without a paycheck. So, you know, please let them know that this Monday at 2 p.m. is only for government employees, National Park and government. The usual night for the clients who come monthly will remain on Tuesday night, the following day, the 29th. So that will be for the usual clients who come, and they will be, you know, the usual food and whatever that we give them every month. And now, if you need more information, you have two people that you can contact, okay? At the National Park Service, you can contact Michael Creasy, and his number is 617-242-5661. Or at the food pantry, you can call Tom McDonald. He's the director, and his number is 617-990-7314. So all government employees who have been laid off or just aren't receiving pay because of the government shutdown, this is for you. Well, that's it for this week. Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad you did. And I'm so looking forward to the shows that are coming ahead. Next week, Abby Gray, the week after, Paul Lane, and it goes on and such exciting shows. And if you have an idea for a show, let me know, and I'll work on it. You can contact me at 617-447-1406 and leave a message. I promise I'll get back to you. So that's it for this week. And again, thank you for tuning in. It's great to be back with you. And remember, Charlestown, take care of each other. Goodbye.
Why not bring back City Square? Station 50 was there. There is nothing quite so rare as a townie in City Square. Why not bring back City Square? Lots of action there. There was nothing quite so fair as Dot's Diner in City Square.